let's get to meet you in the chat box. Thank you. Please, if you are joining, we'd like you to mute yourself. Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Okay, yes, thank you. We can go ahead now. Thank you.
All right, sir. Just trying to for some. Okay. All right. So, our speaker's profile is an exceptional, passionate, dedicated, and outstanding educator. Dr. Odufeso in his present school is a school registrar, school portal admin on Ogun State Education and Revitalization Agenda, subject teacher, class teacher, and game master of Shakpade Grammar School, Shakpade. His 17 years in teaching experience has helped him to change the teaching pedagogy from teacher-centered to student-centered approach of impacting knowledge and facilitate learning for better learning outcomes. With the use of 21st century teaching methods such as Progressive Science Initiative, Progressive Mathematics Initiative, as PSI, PMI, from New Jersey Center for Teaching and Learning, with the use of Plica cards for formative assessment and other methods that allow students to collaborate, interact, and learn beyond four walls of the classroom. Based on Dr. Odufeso Tajudeen experience in the use of technology, he has contributed to the learner's performance and community service through a program called Free Computer-Based Tests Training for prospective candidates going to higher institutions and final year students of secondary schools in Ogun State, Nigeria. Dr. Odufeso has also initiated another program on digital literacy for sustainable development in education, where he trains school owners, educators, and students on the usefulness of digital for sustainable development. During COVID-19 pandemic lockdown, Dr. Odufeso organized e-learning classes for junior and secondary schools where students in vulnerable communities and cities across the state benefited. They were assessed and the best students awarded with certificates, cash prize, and writing materials. Dr. Odufeso's contributions to learners' performance and to school has helped him to emerge as overall best teacher in his school in 2021. Based on his outstanding, was emerged as 2022 Ogun State Best Teacher Senior Secondary School category, and also become 2022 Ogun State Overall Best Teacher winner. Based on his outstanding contributions to learners' performance, school community service, Ogun State and Nigeria as a whole, he was honored by Innovative for Education Development, Abuja, as ambassador. More so, based on Dr. Odufeso Tajudeen's outstanding performance in the state, he was invited to the chamber by the Speaker of Ogun State House of Assembly for recognition. Based on his contributions in teaching and learning using technology, he was among top 10 Wema Bank Best Teachers 2023. Recently, Dr. Odufeso was nominated for 2024 Cambridge University Dedicated Teacher Award among 15,000 teachers across the globe, based on his exceptional and as innovative ways of impacting knowledge. He was recognized and awarded 2024 Cambridge University Dedicated Teacher Awardee. Dr. Odufeso also emerged as 2024 CIO and CIT Award overall winner in Africa Education category. So join me in welcoming our speaker for today, Dr. Tajudeen Odufeso, as he takes the podium. Thank you so much, sir. We are so glad to have you here. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. I want to sincerely appreciate you for the profile. I also want to appreciate the organizer of this program for today. This program, you have been doing this program for the purpose of educator globally, not only in Ogun State, Nigeria, and internationally. And I'm using this medium to appreciate the founder of this organization supporting educator globally in shaping the life of the future leaders. Because we believe that we teachers, we consider ourselves as a role model, and we consider ourselves as a 21st century educator that helps teacher in this profession. So I want to sincerely appreciate the Visionary Educators Series 14. I sincerely appreciate you. Your effort is commendable and appreciated for helping other teachers, for inviting outstanding educator to share their story, and this to become an inspiration to others. And as you are doing so, we pray that God Almighty will continue to be with you. Now, to the topic. From chalkboard to champion. My journey to become a Cambridge Dedicated Teacher Award. I want to sincerely tell you, I want to, first and foremost, everything we do in teaching profession, we are not doing it because of any award. Our job as 21st century educator is beyond the award. But we must accept it as it is what we must give thanks to Almighty God for what we are doing. Because since the day I have received letter of appointment to be a classroom teacher, I don't plan to become a global teacher or an award-winning teacher. But as time goes on, people begin to see what we are doing. And what really helped me is because I have been updating myself. And I love what we call collaboration. At this junction, I want to appreciate all our mentors. Those people we see then that are doing fantastic job in teaching profession. Please, moderator, can you hear me? Just let me know if you are hearing me. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You are loud and clear, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. So I said I want to sincerely appreciate all our mentors, because then we see them as a mentor and what they are doing in teaching profession, especially when we started using technology in the classroom. Our great mentors, such as Dr. Adewale Kayode, mentor Mr. Olalekan Adeko, mentor Odeogbola, yes, Ayo Odeogbola, Abeokuta. Our mentor, Mr. Emusu, the president of Computer Teacher Association of Nigeria, Ogun State chapter. Because these are the people we see then, and also Mr. Kehinde Oladapo, our Martina teacher champion in Ogun State, and also the number 2 in Nigeria. So there are many. So we see them as role model then, because we love what they are doing, especially Dr. Adewale Kayode, because this is a great educator that have achieved a lot locally, within Nigeria and internationally. So we see them, what they are doing, fantastic job, exceptional job, what they are doing then, and we emulate them. And what do we see today? Our world just begin to come in. Begin to roll in as God's plan. So, like I said, we are not doing this as 21st century educator. We are not doing the work because of the award. We are doing it because we want to make an impact to the society. We have been trained in the college, university, on how to handle students. And what really helps us, we don't just hand it there. We begin to upgrade ourselves, how we can, continue to make impacts to the life of these children, beyond the life of these students, beyond the classroom. Many educators today, all what they want is to go to school, teach the student, and go back to the staff room, and that is the end. And after 2 o'clock, they will go home, watch TV, play with their phone. Another day, 7. They'll just go to school and be doing the same thing they are doing for the past 10 years. In fact, and that is one of those things that really changed my life, because I stopped doing the same thing every time. Every time when you get to school first term, another first term, you do the same thing. You do the same thing, which is wrong. But as time goes on, we see what Adeko is doing. We saw what Dr. Adewale Kayode is doing, that we cannot keep on doing the same thing all the time. You cannot see the results. And that is why we begin to change, to emulate that. No, let me use another way of engaging the students. Okay, apart from teaching the student in the classroom from 8 to 2, what other things can you do to help these students? And that's what I said. Our job as a teacher is beyond the classroom, and you must ready to do your parts. You must ready to do the work beyond 4 walls of the classroom, beyond the principal's directive, even beyond Ministry of Education directive, sincerely speaking, because these are the things we do that really help us. I will share with you my PowerPoint, ways in which you can do to upgrade yourself and to become a champion. But I want you to note that if you want to become a dedicated teacher, do it because you want to make an impact to the society. Do it because you want to make an impact to the student life in the classroom. Do it because you want to make an impact to the student life outside the classroom. Look at your surrounding. Look at the environment you live today. We have a lot of problems. Some students are facing a lot of problems. Have you organized lesson we call free? If you check my social media, my Facebook, every program I do every year, you will see free of charge. And that is what I do, because when you organize something, people would think that you are looking for another means of generating money. And that is their thoughts. But I begin to do it, during COVID-19. I could remember when we are locked in as a teacher, and I begin to wonder, how can a country or a 21st century educator be locked inside without doing anything? Before 25th of the month, you will receive salary. Even we have not started receiving salary, I begin to imagine, we cannot just wait to lock our students inside. There are many ways you can engage your students through technology. I use what we call asynchronous and synchronous e-learning type to engage my students. In my own school, I was in the I think this Ishara Secondary School then, because I've now transferred to Shapadi Grammar School. Quickly, we are giving maybe some hours. Then I quickly rush down to school and pick the phone number of the parent's phone number from the register and begin to add them in the WhatsApp group. From there, we communicate with them. We communicated with them. We give them an orientation that we are going to be having class online using what we call WhatsApp. We actually use WhatsApp then. But that method we use is what we call asynchronous and synchronous means of learning. There, after some week, I extended the link to Raymond North Secondary School, both public and primary school in Raymond North. Then after a week, I extend the link throughout Ogun State and Nigeria, where we have some students from Abuja, students from Benue State, students from Borno States, because we contacted our brother then, Dr. Abbas Kabiru, that this is what we are doing, and if you have any student, let them join the group. So we also invited some teachers to join us to take the class. Some of the teachers asked me, how much am I going to pay? And I made them realize that we are doing this to help the students. We cannot we cannot stop learning. Learning must continue. No matter the condition, learning must continue. We must not stop learning as 21st century. These are things we do then, because we are doing it not because of our work. We are doing it because we cannot, as a 21st century educator, we cannot just keep the students inside without learning. Because we believe that learning cannot stop. But school can be closed, of course, as a result of government policy. School can be closed, but learning cannot be closed. That is why we use the method. And I want to appreciate all the teachers then that join and engage the student free of charge without collecting any money. I want to sincerely appreciate Dr. Adewale Kayode, because he was the one that engaged the student in mathematics throughout 3 weeks, 3 months. After then, we give them an assessment, to know the champion. And at the end of the day, we celebrated them alongside with the ANCOS president, former ANCOS president in Ogun State, Dr. Womiloju Ayodele, and other stakeholders in Ogun State. Ministry of Education were involved, and these are things we do then, and to engage, to make our impacts. You see, as 21st century educator, our impact in the society is very, very paramount. Our impact in the school is very, very paramount. Our impact to the students' performance is very, very paramount. Our impact to the school community is very, very paramount. And also the community you are living, the state you are living. Our impact is very, very important. So after that, we did not, continue. I single-handedly, moving around the school and educating our teacher on how to handle technology. See, then we have not started using Ojisera. We use what we call Ogun Digit class then. I spend my money, my time, my ICT gadgets, moving from one school to another, educating our teacher that COVID has caused a lot of problem. And as a researcher, we cannot sit down somewhere and be looking. We must find means of engaging students through online, through technology. And these are things we do then, before the award begin to, roll in. And then, sincerely speaking, we are doing it to make an impact to the society. We are not doing it because of any award. For some of you that are hearing me, if you are doing something because of an award, you might not get it. Forget award. Just begin to do your. I want to tell you something that I've gone to school today. I was called by my principal that some old students want to donate some chairs and computer in our school, that I should be there. Today is public holiday. Some teacher will tell their principal that no, we are still enjoying earlier. There's no time to go. No. I don't. I quickly, wake up this morning and go to school and attend to them to receive those items donated to our students. These are some of the things that we need, as a 21st century educator. So we are not doing it because of any champion or because of any award. Do it from your hearts. Our job is more than going to class and teach the student and go back home, you sleep. No, you continue to make an impact, to the learner's performance. Contribute to your own effort, to the learner's performance, to the student, the development of the school, and also to the community that you are living, and also in Ogun State. These are what we do that, quickly, that made us to see what we are seeing today. And people are calling us as a champion. We just started. So, and after the award, we are still keep on doing the, improving, doing things that have, benefit to the society and to the community. Now, after that, I was applied as, Ogun State the best teacher. And that is my first time that I will apply. And I begin to tell them what I have done during COVID-19. I begin to tell them that I have trained some JAM candidates free of charge on how to operate system, because I am a digital literacy advocate, because nowadays we have learned a lot from COVID-19. And from there, luckily I was emerged, as overall best in Ogun State. And we did not stop being award, being overall winner in Ogun State. I did not stop. I keep on pushing it, doing the best to our students, doing the same thing, and also upgrading myself. Because some of us, once you receive an award, you just go by and sit down. No. It's because of the passion that we have, because we want to make an impact to the society, because we want to help our students. And after that, I also, I nominated in a WEMA Award, where I become the best 10 in Ogun State. The tab I'm using today, I was given by the WEMA Bank, Nigeria. And I'm still enjoying the tab today, and also other gadgets that I've been using to teach my students. Before the award of Cambridge, because the reason why I was emerged as a Cambridge educated teacher is because because of the things I do beyond the classroom, training students on how to handle computer, especially the CBT, computer-based test that we are just seeing in Nigeria. Although JAM have started this CBT for the past 6 or 7 years. And as a researcher, I said that some students, they don't know how to operate system. And I quickly came to train some students on how to operate system. Even till today, we are still doing it. Not only for students, I also train teachers. I train vice principals. I train principals because they have been using CBT now to do their promotion. If you want to become a principal, I train some principal, vice principal on how to operate system, because they use the CBT to write their exam free of charge without collecting money from them. These are what we are doing, and make us to become a champion. We are not yet a champion. We are still doing it. We are still doing it because our work is beyond 4 corners of the classroom. And also the CIO award and the form is available now. Simply, I become overall best in education sector in Africa because I've been using technology to engage my students. So at this junction, let me quickly share my PowerPoints that we help our educators over there to become a global champion and a state champion, even a local champion. So let me quickly share my PowerPoints. Okay. Hello, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, I can see your screen, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Blatif Adediji. Thank you, Ms. Rahman Ibiyemi. Thank you, everyone. So, to tell you more about myself, the way I see it to become a dedicated teacher, there are many ways that you can do as educator to become a dedicated teacher or global winning educator, no matter your background, no matter where you are coming from. These are what you need to become a champion. I have just told you some of my story, and I wish that my story should be, will be an inspiration to your life, because our job as a teacher is beyond, winning the award. No, it's beyond that. It's beyond that. You just keep on doing your best. One day, God will remember you by the special grace of God. Ways to become 21st century educators. Becoming a dedicated, outstanding 21st century educator require you adapting to educational, landscape while maintaining your strong commitment to student success. Our job as educator, you see, when you see student success, teachers should be happy. The student success is our joy. The student success is our joy. But before you see student success, you must have done an outstanding job. Go beyond using the chalkboard. Go beyond four corners of the classroom and do your best. You do it as if someone is looking at you. Even there's nobody there. Do it as if someone is looking at you with your heart and your commitment. So the practical and impactful way to become a global, outstanding, dedicated 21st century educator, the following you need to have it. Embrace lifelong learning. By doing so, you stay updated with current trend in education. And what are these current trends we are talking about? Technology. If you are still doing something that is not pertaining to technology, you are lagging behind. You are still at the back, meaning that you are still using what we call conventional teaching method, or we call it traditional method of teaching, or traditional method of doing things. We have been doing this thing for many years. You and I, our teachers then use conventional teaching method, traditional teaching method, to engage us. And you know how it is. Why you are using the method? Some are sleeping. Why they are using the method? Teacher using the same method, you will get tired. So for you to become a global educator or award-winning educator, you must embrace what we call, lifelong learning. Update yourself with technology. You pursue professional development through workshop, online courses, and conferences. Look at what our current overall best students in TASWED doing now. What is doing now to help other educators? For you to become a global winner, an award-winning educator, you must be doing what we call workshop, seminar, attend seminar, conference here and there. And also, you reflect regularly on your teaching practice and seek feedback for growth. Anything you do as a teacher, don't see yourself as champion. At the end of your program, you need to sit back. You sit back and get some feedback for the purpose of correction. Educators, 21st century educators should embrace feedback. Feedback is very, very important. Very, very important. And also, foster communication and collaboration. I want to quote from one of my friends from Lagos, Mrs. Akinsule Adeola, that said, collaboration is better than competition. What we are doing this is part of collaboration. Something teach us, let others know about it. Then let them apply it in the classroom. Let them apply it in their real life. Let them apply it to solve some student problems or society problems or a school problem. And that is what Mr. Abdulatif is doing now. Collaboration is better than competition. By doing so, use group projects and peer-to-peer learning so that learning can take place. Teaching and learning, can be effective in the classroom, and also to promote respectful discussion and debate in the classroom. Collaborate with other teachers and share best practices. That is what we are doing now. For you to be excel as 21st century educator, these are things that you need in your life, in your daily life, within your students, among the teachers, everywhere. These are things that you need to do as a 21st century educator. Another one is promote creativities and innovation. You cannot be using the same method all the time. You need to, use different method, innovative way of doing things by providing opportunity for students to create original work, stories, to create videos, experiments that will make them to understand the subject matter that you are talking about. And also to encourage out of the box thinking, multiple ways to express understanding. Then be creative in your teaching approaches and resources so that your student can understand what you are saying and others can understand what you are doing in the classroom. Okay? Another point is integrate technology. Of course, use educational technology tools to engage your students. Must you see your students physically before you can engage them? Some teachers today, if you don't see their students, they can't teach. The era of traditional methods has gone. If we are not careful, if you don't want to use technology, let me tell you, like I do tell my people, that if you don't upgrade yourself, technology, AI will take over from you. You will not be useful in the society. You will not be useful in the school. You must embrace the use of technology gadgets to enhance learning in the classroom. You encourage your students to use digital tools, regularly. I've told you that I'm also a digital literacy advocate. Not just advocate, a founder, because I'm a digital literacy founder where we train teachers, the school owners, and also students on how to handle technology. And that is what we do, beyond four corners of the classroom. And nobody is giving us money. We are doing it free of charge to assist our students. Not only our students, to assist our school. Not only that, to assist our community and our state and Nigeria as a whole. And also to promote digital literacy and online safety. And that is what I've just told you. Nobody tell me to organize, free CBT for teachers. I did it free of charge. I go beyond four corners of the classroom. I go beyond going to school and coming back by 2 o'clock. No, I do it with my heart, with passion to help my society and to help my students. And also, another point is promote global and cultural awareness by incorporating diverse, perspective into lesson. Connect your classroom to the world through virtual exchange of global practices. I can see what Mr. Sholeye is doing online, connecting their students, by exchanging information. That is part of what we are talking about. I mean, Mr. Sholeye, I'm the ID winner. I mean, second or third. So it's also a global teacher. I always see what he's doing online to exchange, to connect your classroom. You don't rely on your own content alone. Teach students about global issues such as climate change, human rights, and also sustainable development, sustainability, SDG, and so on. So these are things that we can do, to become a dedicated 21st century educator. Number 6, encourage critical thinking and problem solving by designing lessons that go beyond memorization. The era of memorization has gone. It has gone. So as 21st century educator, you teach your students how to solve problems, how to solve a problem. Do you understand that? Use real-world problems and project-based learning to stimulate inquiry. Guide your students in analyzing, evaluating, creating new ideas, unlocking their potential. Let them see themselves. These students, that is, students, they are just students. They are just students. As 21st century educators, you need to guide them to help them to unlock their potential and see themselves, oh, I can good in this area, I can good in that area, for them to become someone in life. We should remember where we are coming from. You remember when you are in primary school. Do you remember when we are in secondary school? We don't know anything. We are just playing here and there. It is the help of some teachers that really guide us. Do this. If you do this, if you do that, then you make it. If you did not listen then, what we are saying today, we will not say it. Our overall best students in that way, you will not call us to come and share our story, because we really appreciate what our teachers doing then. We have some teachers that they don't know. They don't know how to guide students at all. Even to today, some of our colleagues, they just come to class and give students notes and go. Our work as 21st century teacher is beyond that. It's beyond that. Another one is cultivate a growth mindset for yourself and your students. Celebrate efforts and persistence, not just success. Celebrate effort of your students and let them, know that, oh, this is what I did that made them to celebrate me. You need to celebrate them. And you don't only celebrate success as 21st century educator. Styling, you celebrate the failure. And that will serve as encouragement, motivation to them, so that they can change. So that they can change. Help students understand that mistakes are part of learning process. You can see that. Don't just celebrate, the academic success. You need to celebrate the failure. By celebrating them, it will serve as motivation to them. That one will serve as encouragement. Oh, this is where I got it wrong. I can change my life this way and that way, and they will make it. Can you remember? Can you remember some of your friends when you were in secondary school? They are so troublesome. They don't know anything, but immediately their life changed and they become president. Some of them become senator. Some of them become billionaires today. That is the life of this student we are teaching in our school. Celebrate everyone and let them know their mistakes. Then model resilience and adaptability. We need to do all this so that we can become a dedicated teacher and also a global award teacher. Another one, build strong relationship and classroom community. How do you build strong relationship among teachers? The way I do things is my own is very simple. I did not see myself as champion. Yes, I'm a PhD holder. In my school, some teacher will be calling me, doctor. Matiwa carried away me in doctor. I don't see myself as doctor, because I don't want them to see me as enemy. I want to build a strong relationship. Wọ́n ti pe doctor lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá kí n tó dáhùn. Meanwhile, kì í ṣe pé mo mọ̀ dákẹ́ o. No. I just decided to, not to carry the PhD head, No. To become a PhD, I know it's not easy, but I did not put it head. No. Put it in my head and no. What do you mean by PhD? It's because of what you have, what you can do. Are you a problem solver, or you are a problem accumulation? What did you do in your community? What have you done to your students to become a PhD holder, or to become a global teacher, or award-winning teacher? What have you done to your community? What is your contribution to your school? What is your contribution to the community? What is your contribution to your country? These are things we do. I build strong relationship. Whatever I know, I train other teachers, especially on Ojisera. I am an SPA in my school. I teach other teachers, because things must go on in my absence. I must not see myself as champion. And also build what we call classroom community. My students and my family. In my own class, my students and my family. Learning, student doesn't learn in isolation anymore. Many teachers have turned their class to prison yard. My class, my class is, my class is free. I've turned my class to a small party where we can exchange idea, where my students can share their own idea based on the content we are discussing. Well, I gave them assignment. When they come back, they'll come out and explain. From there, I learn from them and they also learn from me. Create a safe, inclusive, and supportive environment to your students and to your teachers. Engage with families and the wider school community. Like what we are doing is part of it. Sharing our story to become an inspiration to others is very, very good. Very, very good. And I want to appreciate the organizer. Then, to create a model, ethnicals, and responsible behavior. You cannot rude behavior when you want to become a global award a teacher. Be a role model in both your digital and personal conducts. Be a role model. Be a role model. A role model in both digital and personal conduct, in your class, in your school. See yourself as a role model. And of course, with educator, we are role model. We are role model. So we must see ourselves as role model and continue to try our best. Continue to try our best. Also promote value like integrity, very important. Kindness, very important. Fairness and civic responsibility. These are things that will speak for you on your behalf. If you lack integrity, by the time you want to apply for any teacher, your integrity will speak for you. Your kindness will speak for you. Your fairness will speak for you. And other things. Your dedication will speak for you. Your truthful will speak for you. Whatever you do will also speak for you. You will not be there. You will not be there. And that is why we need to do things with our heart. Do it as if someone wants to give you something. Do you get it now? But don't do it because you want to win an award. No, do it with your heart. By the time the award will come, you will see it. God will speak for you and it will make a way for you. Guide students in becoming responsible digital citizens. That is what we are. I can see what Mr. Shule are doing. I can see what Mr. Abdulatif is doing on digital. See, if you are hearing me and you want to become a global award-winning educator, if you don't have digital knowledge, no, you are nowhere to be found. You will not be found anywhere. If you are still using traditional means of imparting knowledge to your students, you can't get it though. After COVID-19, things have changed. Technology has taken over. Which area have you contributed to the technology, to the area development of technology in your school? Ogun State, led by our professor, Arigbabu, the commissioner of Ogun State, has helped us to bring what we call Ojisera, where teachers can go there, pick lesson notes, impart knowledge, set questions. Your student will, print their result online. Which area have you contributed? These are things that you need to do without giving you money. How many students have we trained? How many teachers have we trained? These are things that you need to do to become a global teacher or award-winning educator. Lastly, are you talking to me? Hello? Hello? Moderator, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay. Lastly is passionate. I hope you can see my screen as I explain all these points.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for the feedback. Thank you so much. Now, passionate. Are you a passionate teacher? Genuinely love teaching? Care about students learning? Or do you only care about the salary? Either you are teaching in private or public. Some of us love salary more than the student success. Yes, salary is good. It's good. But from your heart, take this job as your own job. Take it beyond doubt. Take it very serious. How did you dress? How did you communicate? Do you allow collaboration? Do you emulate what Mr. Abdulatif is doing? Do you emulate what Mr. Sholeye is doing? Do you emulate what Dr. Adewale is doing? If you are still the type that, depend on your own idea, you are not ready to move to anywhere. You are not ready to move to anywhere. Genuinely love this profession and cares about student learning, care about student success, care about your colleague's success. Kudos to Mr. Latif for allowing us to speak our mind, to share our story, that we also serve as, story that serve as a lesson to others. And I hope not only you on this group that is hearing now, people are hearing us globally. We need to continue to share our story. I always listen to Dr. Adewale Kayode's stories. Read, Dr. Adewale loves to share a lot of stories. He's sharing this story for us to learn, not because of arrogance, not because of because he has become a global teacher award. No. I know him very well. He's sharing this story because we want to learn from him. And that is where I learn all these things we are talking about here. Inspire, enthusiasm and the curiosity in the classroom. Curiosity in terms of what? Do you really love your teaching? Which teaching methodology are you using? Are you ready to learn more from the founder, the Philippine initiator, Mr. Abdulatif? Do you ever listen to his story about these teaching methods? Have you learned about plikas? Kudos to Mr. Sholeye. This man traveled down from his school to my school because we want to collaborate. We have learned together. We have collaborated. I have learned a lot from him and others that I have not even mentioned here. So, my dear educators, our job as a teacher is beyond winning the award. It's beyond that. Award we come at the right time, but you do your best with passion. Do your best as if someone is monitoring you. How do you do? What is your, tell me your behavior in your school. Is it interesting? Did you shout on your principals? How did you communicate people see you as a champion alone in your school? Did you allow collaboration to take place? Our job is beyond that. It's beyond four corners of the classroom. It's beyond just collect the award. No. Do this job as profession wants it. Do it with your heart and continue to make impact. At this junction, I want to rest my story here. And if you have any question, you can drop it on the group and the moderator just let me know so that from there I will share more or answer some questions. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. We are so glad to have you here. It was a powerful session. It was impactful. Thank you so much. I love the fact that you talked about mentorship, sincerely. When Mr. Adewale Kayode came here too, when he was invited as a speaker, he also talked about mentor. Honestly, as educators, we need people we look up to. Yes, that we need to look up to. Oh, this person is doing this. Let me follow too. So who are your mentor? Who do you look up to? Okay. All right. We are so glad to have you. We are so glad to hear from you, Dr. Odufeso. And sincerely, working as a team is a very good thing. Honestly, is a very good thing because no one is an island. No one is an island. We learn from each other every day. So thank you so much for that, sir. We really appreciate you. And I pray that God will continue to increase you in all ways, on all sides. Thank you so much, sir. So please, if you have any question, we'd like to have your question. You can just type it in the chat box or kindly unmute yourself to ask your question. Thank you. Please, if you're asking a question, go ahead and do that. You can unmute yourself and you can also type it in the chat box. I'll read it out. Thank you. All right, Coach Abdulatif. Please, you can go ahead, sir.
Okay, good evening, sir. Thank you so much. Doctor, thank you so much. I can't really thank you enough for this amazing session. Thank you so much for really going deep. Thank you so much for sharing like without restricting anything from one. Thank you so much for also reinforcing the fact that mentors are very, very important. And for those of you that have been following this session or have watched the replay of Dr. Adewale's session, just like Mrs. Rahim said, realize that most of the people that Dr. Uh, Odufeso mentioned are people that Dr. Adewale will also mention. So what it means is that it shows the fact that if you want to fly like an eagle, you don't play with turkeys. It shows that your circle is very, very important in everything you do. That when you have and you will notice that also if you're also part of Mrs. Akinslewis session, that's the 8th edition. In all our session, I'm very, very sure I can't even count the number of times she mentioned Dr. Adewale. Now, if you also notice, Dr. Odufeso also mentioned Dr. Adewale during Dr. Adewale's session too. He can't talk for like 10 minutes without mentioning one person. It tells us the importance of circle, the importance of having people that are going the same way with you. Mrs. Dr. Odufeso, there's this thing that you always call, I think I actually had it from you several times. I always call Mrs. Akinsulori. That's Mama Collaborator. And that is because in this world, we can't afford to do things on our own. You can't afford to just like, hey, I'm the only one doing it. There are a lot of things that are going out there. There are a lot of things that you need to work with other people on. And it's just not just about working with them alone. It's that there's some opportunities that you can't know about until you have someone that will just say, oh, yeah, please quickly apply for this thing. Please do this thing. This thing just come out today. Please make sure that you do this. Make sure that you get this done, or you even have things to do, and then you can send a message. Imagine you have a project, you have an idea of a project right now, and in less than 5 minutes, you can call 10 person and say, "Hello, we are having this project right now. How are we going to get it done?" And everybody will say, "Yes, I'm available. Yes, I'm available." And I saw this workout. Like I have a first-hand experience of this with Transformation 2060 as even part of as the youngest member of the committee. If you see the committee, these are big, big people. And you will see we're going to have session from 9 o'clock to sometimes meeting from 9 o'clock to sometimes 10, and you will see the number of people that are going to be there. And these are not people that are looking for favor. These are people that are there for someone that has been there for them. These are people that are there because the person the person they are working with is someone that they can do anything for based on what the person has also done for them. So what am I trying to say is that your circle matters a lot. And then to also be a good circle, you also have to be a valuable person. And I'm glad that he has really talked a lot about it because nobody wants to befriend someone that is not good. So today now we have a lot of, if you can know, this is the 14th edition of the Visionary Educator series. Nobody wants to bring anybody here. Trust me, anybody that is brought on this session is what in fact we don't need some. The introduction is just a formality. Anybody that we invite to be here, what don't at least we have not gotten to that stage. I'm very sure we're still going to get to that stage. When people start writing to us that they want us to feature their story, then we will get there. But for now, we look for people that are doing amazingly well. And then I also like, so from there, I would like to add this that you can be doing so well. You see, all this award that people are talking that we shared, and I was the one that was actually sharing, and I was like,
I think there's a network glitch there.
mention himself that he has done. But imagine what would happen if he has done all those things and nobody ever heard about it. It's going to be good as nothing. Again, you don't do this thing for award. Don't do it for award. Don't do it for people to see you. But the thing also is that this what is it called? This myth is a big lie that your reward is in heaven. No, even your reward that is in heaven. The reason why you're going to get your reward in heaven is because none of your action is what is it called? How should I put it? Not God is aware of all your actions. Let me use that word. God is aware of all your actions. So and God is going to reward you accordingly. And so God Himself cannot reward you for an action that you do not take. God Himself cannot reward you for an action that is not aware of. So the reason why your reward is sure for heaven is sure in heaven is because there is nothing you do and there is nothing you think that God is not aware of. But for human being, you and me, to reward you, even for you to reward yourself, you must know what you are doing. People have to be aware of what you are doing, no matter what you are doing. It's just like exam too. I always tell exam is not everything. I always sometimes I talk to my cousin and I will tell them I'm not the smartest in my class. They will not believe because they feel like, oh, I will tell them I'm not the most brilliant in my class. And they will not believe that because they feel like, it is someone that scored the highest that is the most brilliant. No, it is not. Because exam time sometimes is not indication of ability. Sometimes it's just an indication of how well you can show up. That's it. How well you can communicate what you have been taught. So you can know something better than me. If I can communicate it better than you, I'm going to be rewarded more ahead of you. That's the idea. So, Sam, my question for you is as a teacher who has done a lot and who is doing a whole lot in communities where when you are teaching in those type of community, people are resigned already. They are resigned. In fact, they see it as a bad thing to actually be, they see themselves as like, this is where I'm teaching you. There is no much like that's a community where we don't expect much. Let me use that word. If you're teaching in some suburb areas, in non-urban area, in some places, like if you're teaching in center of Abeokuta now, okay, even in some areas in the Ijebu, people will understand that, wow, this child is doing this. Or you are in Lagos, you're teaching in all these big schools or all these places in Lagos. But for a teacher that is teaching in this type of environment, and you are still able to do this much, like, are there have there been any time where you face some challenges and you just feel like, no, I'm not doing it again? Or what are your greatest challenge? What are the greatest challenge that you have faced here? We have some teachers here. We have, let me just categorize into two in this particular area. We have teachers here who are, or teachers who are watching this replay, who are in an environment where they think there's nothing they can do because everything is just against them. For example, I had my teaching practice at Yewa North. Yewa North. That was last year at Ajoda High School. What was it called? In Yewa North. And it's just like all these schools in all these what is it called? It's not too rural, it's not too urban. But then one thing I know is that it's not about the location, it's about what you do, it's about what you intend to do, and it's about how you maximize the resources that you have. And to the glory of God, we're able to do some things there while I was even as a teaching practice teach as a teaching practice student there. But then I know there are some teachers here who are in environment like that, who are in underserved community, and who have already resigned themselves that in this community, my students don't have phone, they have to what's it called? They have to go to this, they have to do all these things before they come to school. They don't have all these things. How am I going to even do? there's nothing I can do. I'll just everybody teach, go home, and everything is done. And then there are teachers who are actually in the environment where they have this opportunity, but they are not doing anything about it. So for them, I put them in the same category. They have everything, they have all the opportunity, they have everything, but they are not doing anything about it. What will be your message to them for those that have the opportunity, they have the tools, they have the resources, they're not doing much, and for those who feel they don't have? Because I believe that there will always be something you can do. Because sometimes it's not about the resources you have, it's about how resourceful you are. So what would be your message to them, sir?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let me start. For those that have resources and they were reluctant not to make the resources, they have everything at hand. They have everything in the school, and they decided not to use them impactfully to the people or to the students. Well, we have different educators that have different attitude. You see, there is one thing that is really affecting this category. There is something I always advise my people, my teacher, my colleague, that you see, procrastination is a silent killer. Procrastination is a silent killer. Those educators that have the resources and they feel like not using the resources to make an impact to the students or to the schools or community. They have what we call the issue of procrastination. When they get home, they will think of, oh, I will use the system to train the student. I will use the system in the classroom. I will do this. They will begin to say all this in their mind. But by the time they get to school, they will now see a slight mistake of the principal. A slight mistake of the principal. Hello? Oh, yeah. Sorry. So they will see a mistake from the principal or a mistake from the HOD. They will now begin to, one step further. No, I'm not doing it anymore. Why? You need to change. The solution is you need to change your mind. Either they wish on you, they discourage you, they talk this, they say this. Do your best. Make use of those resources. And, do your best. And do your best. The resources is there, the system is there, the solar is there, everything that you need to do. I beg you. Because, as Mr. Latif have said, èrè wa kì í ṣe ayé yìí nìkan ló wà o. Kì í ṣe ọ̀run nìkan ló wà. We will begin to enjoy all these benefits right from this health. Right from this. Tí àwọn ọmọ ò bá rí ẹ, if the student didn't see you, God Almighty, always see you. And people around you, even the students, will be saying it here and there. Our teacher do this, or our teacher have done that, or our teacher have, Then before you know, miracle will just happen. God will intervene, and people will encourage you, do this, apply this, do that. Then the door will open for you. That is my advice for those that have resources and they are reluctant to use it. Shun procrastination. Do things at the right time. Do it at the right time. You must overcome your problem. You don't allow problems within your school, problems within the class, problems within yourself to overwhelm you as 21st century educator. Then, those that they have the knowledge but no resources for them. Let me share my experience with you. I started using computer to teach in the classroom when I was at Ishara Secondary School. I can say Ishara Secondary School, Ishara town is although where there is electricity, where there is water, is urban. But I will tell you that there are some things that we face there. I use my own personal laptop to share my PowerPoint in the classroom. I use my own laptop to teach some teachers on how to make use computer to teach in the classroom, to have access to information, how to do this with it. I use my own personal computer. So you have something here, but no resources. Use your personal resources to make impacts to the life of the students, to your school, and to the community. Thank you, sir. Hello, sir.
Okay, I can hear you, sir.
I am done.
All right, thank you so much.
Then there is another question on the chat. Have you seen it?
Yes, someone is asking, is there anything that can be done to rekindle the passion that has been lost after years of teaching? Okay.
My moderator, you also laugh.
Yes, because I can imagine. I think that person might be working in a private school, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Myself, I started from private school before I joined a PTA at Our Lady Ijebu-Ode. So before I got appointment with the State Teaching Service Commission. My answer to this person must forget frustration, must forget about those things that he or she has passed through. Wherever you are, be it in private or public, make an impact. You are a teacher and you have not helped any students. The help I'm talking about is not that you give students solution. I mean the answer in the exam. If you are a teacher and you have never helped any student to overcome his or her problem, you are not a teacher. Go and resign because you are not ready to make an impact. You are a teacher and you have not solved any of your colleague problem, any of your colleague problems. Go and rethink. Go and rethink. Kí ni kókó pastor tá gbéṣẹ́ fún tó ò ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa ní church? Kí ni kókó kí la máa pè àfáà tó lè ṣe dáadáa? What is the importance of teacher? Well-trained teacher that you cannot, make any contribution. This person must change. Please change your hearts. Forget whatever you have passed through and do things accordingly. Embrace technology. Allow collaboration. Get a mentor. Be a mentee to someone and learn from someone. Learn from learn from others so that you can move on to make an impact to your students, to the community, and to your school.
That's very good. I love that. Yes, embrace technology, collaborate, get a mentor. Sincerely, when one thinks about things happening, sometimes when we feel withdrawn that I don't want to do this, but sincerely, all these that you've mentioned, we really move on forward. Seriously, thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate that. Do we have any other question, please?
All right, good evening once again. This is Mr. Shule from Ogun State. I want to say a very big thank you to our flip master, Mr. Adedeje. I want to say, Doctor, don't worry, Doctor Inembrayo, for this opportunity that you have, brought educators together to educate us. It's a wonderful one, and you're doing a very good job. And to our moderator, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful time, Mrs. Rahim Ibiemi. Wonderful job you're doing there. And to our own very doctor, Dr. Odufeso. God bless you, sir. It's nice seeing you once again and hearing from your wealth of experience. Yoruba people will say, "Ìrírí là ń pè ní àgbà." I don't know how to interpret that for those that don't understand English. When you see an elder that is eyes as deeping inside, then go and ask him. He will tell you those things that he has seen, makes his eyes, to be like that. And definitely that is what we call experience. As they used to say, that experience, they say, is the best teacher. When you learn from others too, one thing that do happen is that you don't make mistakes as the journey go ahead. Before we don't know these things, we don't understand these things. Social media has been there for so long, but for many of us as teachers, we are not aware of the impact. I remember when I started from local government primary school in Magbon, I was using my Android phone. I'll connect with a woman in the United States of America with my learners. From there, through recommendation, I was brought back to St. Peter's Primary School, Ishararemo. That was where I actually started my teaching journey. And then I brought my personal television to the school for the learners, for me to be able to project for them. While I was doing that, through my social activities, a friend of mine told me about, one opportunity that they do give laptop, and I applied. And sincerely speaking, the personal laptop I'm using today is close to about 340,000. I got it free of charge through my social activities. So one thing I want to say to teacher is that visibility is opportunity. You can be the best in your classroom. How do I know you are the best in your classroom? Be visible. And the only media, the only opportunity you can be visible is the social media. We have it in our hands. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, everything is there. So as far as 21st century teacher you are concerned, you have to be visible. You can be the best and say you are the best. We don't know you. The only way we can know is when you are visible on the social media handles. And that is when we can know actually what we are doing. So at this junction, I want to say a very big thank you once again to Doctor for sharing from his weight of experience, and to our Flip Master, thank you very much for bringing us together. And to our host, Mrs. Rahim Ibiemi, God bless you. I appreciate everyone. Thank you very much once again. I remain yours sincerely, Commercially.
All right, Commercially, thank you so much, sir. It's a great honor to have you here. We are so glad. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you for giving us that visibility is opportunity. It is very, very important. That's true. Thank you so much, sir. So I hope every one of us we've learned one or two things today. For me personally, I've learned a lot today. Yes, I've learned a lot today. It has always been like that, and we are not stopping anytime soon. Okay, please, we have just few minutes, about just 5 minutes to go. Does anyone have any question? Please, if you have question, type it in the chat box or unmute yourself to ask your question. Thank you.
Before we have someone to ask question, before anybody asks question.
Okay, sir.
In fact, do you know that there are many people today, there are many educators today that are doing wonderfully well in the classroom? They are doing well, but we don't know them.
Yes, sir.
They don't want people to know them. And they are doing fantastic job. They are not ready to come out. As we are, we have some students like that. We have some students like that too.
If I have a colleague like that, anytime I'm opportune to sit where he's teaching, he teaches mathematics. He was here sometimes and he had left. I'll make sure he watches the replay till the end. Anytime he teaches mathematics, I always enjoy, as in the way he teaches mathematics. Do you understand, sir? Because even I get to know some things from him, the way to introduce the topic the way he simplifies the topic. But I don't know why he's not taking it online. It is, I'm sure he has learned today. I made sure he was here, although he had left, but he will watch the replay by force. So thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Okay, so I think there's no question. No one is asking. Okay. Coach Abdulatif.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for your time. Thank you for sharing your weight of knowledge and experience with us. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. I know your time means a lot and you are very busy, but then I really appreciate the fact that we have the opportunity to listen to you this evening. Thank you so much, sir. So, Mrs. Ryan, you can take over, ma.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me. God bless you all.
Amen, sir. It's a great honor to have you here. We really appreciate your presence, sir. We love us and we appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir. And we are glad to hear from you, to share from your wealth of knowledge. Thank you. I pray that God will continue to be with you, to guide you.
Amen.
And we increase you on every side. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for not seeing us as, really appreciate that, sir. Thank you so much. So we hope to call you some other time.
Available. Very, very
All
available.
right. All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.
So the session will be coming to an end now. So this is a weekly program, just like I said earlier. Yes, we do it every week. We'll be having another session on Sunday. It comes up on Sunday actually, but due to the festive, the Ilea that was over the weekend, happened over the weekend. So we have to have this today. So Sunday again, we'll be having another session, and I'm sure it's going to be a powerful one. Yes, it's going to be a powerful one. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. So remember to tell a friend. Yes, tell your friend. Your friend should tell another friend, and the friend should tell another friend. This is not a session you want to miss. No, we learn here and it's free. It's free. So thank you so much to our convener, Coach Abdulateef. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to move you forward.
Yeah, Coach, I hope we'll be getting our Salah meet, the next meeting we were having.
Okay, and no problem now. We are sending it to you. You just drop your email. How do you want it? Is it via text message?
Salah meet inside email.
Okay, no problem. So thank you so much for joining. To every participant, you're wonderful. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And to our speaker, thank you, sir. We appreciate you. So we hope to see you again some other time. Thank you, sir. And our regards to the family, sir.
All right. No,
thank you. All right, every participant. Bye.